that time.
All right. Yeah, DJ, that's what we're going to do. We'll probably do it tomorrow morning. I'll download TeamViewer today at some point before I go to Thanksgiving dinner. And then once I'm in there, I could just play with the sound settings until we get movement in OBS.
Okay, yep, sounds good. I just went back to MME and shut off the stream.
Do me a quick favor, though. Right-click on the little speaker button on the bottom right-hand corner of Windows, and then bring up sound settings. I just want to see what's listed there.
Okay, output is I have the headphones USB audio device, and then input is microphone USB audio device.
Yep. Do you see the ASIO for all listed there?
No. Oh.
Wait, I'm sorry, I doubled with you. What'd you say?
I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, Dominic, that's weird, right? Shouldn't it be listed as a device now?
Well, I don't know. I know if it was an ASIO card, physical card, it would. But it's something else. The other thing is, inside OBS, I didn't look. I had OBS on here at one time. I don't have it in front of me to look at. But I know there's an advanced setting. Isn't there a place in there to set up the hardware before you're able to select the hardware? Like he's in the area where he clicks on audio, he can select the hardware. I think under either general or advanced, there's a place to set the hardware up to where he can say, oh, there's the ASIO card, and click it and include it into OBS.
So he's using Streamlab OBS, which is a little different from regular OBS, but you're right. You go to File, and DJ, I guess, see if you can follow along if it's there, because I think it's built on the same code. You go to File, you go to Settings, then you go to Audio, and you should see Global Audio Devices. And then within all of these, you could choose what device you want to use. And then in here, Dominic, is where you set up your sample rate. If you want it in stereo or mono, it's all inside here. I'm just looking advanced monitoring device. We also might end up doing it through the receive of the audio interface, because right now I know Windows won't let him share that audio interface with multiple software, but right now he's only using the input inside OBS. If we send you know what, DJ? Let's try that. Is that audio interface listed in Thetis USB audio device? Is that listed in the VAC for Thetis?
Okay, so when I go to General, do Audio, and have the VAC 1 up.
Correct. When you click Output, well, go back to what drivers are listed again. Read the drivers off.
Okay, MME, Windows Direct Sound, ACO now, Windows WDM-KS, and HP SDR USB UDP. That's the drivers. Input is Microsoft Sound Mapper, which is on right now. Microphone USB audio device. XSplit audio broadcast. Cable output VD audio virtual. That's the one we're using. Microphone HD webcam. And then output is headphones USB audio. S2 Tech TV. Speakers VB audio. VB virtual audio. That's what we used before with MME to get it to work. We had the crackling. Voice meter input XSplit and speakers Realtek high def.
Okay, make the output USB audio.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Now turn VAC on.
Yeah, I did, and I don't see anything in the window there as far as and the overflow is going crazy.
Okay, do you see any numbers moving at all?
In the overflow, yeah.
All right, don't worry about that right now. Go back to OBS, and then instead of in the device, select the USB audio.
But in the two black windows in the setup, on the bottom right, there's no numbers. Nothing is showing there like it was before.
All right, I'm not worried about that yet. Try selecting USB audio device in OBS.
Okay, let me get it back up here. Okay, I see it, but still looks a little jerky. Let me try streaming, see what it does.
Well, when I'm talking right now, is it looking more consistent now that it's getting fed audio?
No.
It didn't look more consistent. All right. Can you take a quick video just listening on the receive and post it on Signal?
Wait, is he streaming now? Go listen to the stream. What that DU meter inside there, and that's usually too accurate. But are you streaming now?
I'm just starting to get it up now.
All right, yeah, put the stream on. It's pretty accurate, Dom. It really is.
Yeah, but you got a more powerful computer. He's got a slow one.
True. So okay.
How come I'm not seeing you on my list?
It's still in the process of loading.
I know, but you should be in my subscriptions, and I'm not seeing it. He's not.
Well, I see the video from a few minutes ago. I don't see the new one yet. There we go. Hold on. No, it's crackling. Okay. Go back to Thetis, and now switch the driver, shut off VAC, and then switch the driver back to ASIO, but leave it USB audio device inside OBS.
Yeah, and it's really jerky, and the number at the top left there, if the red light is on, I have it set for 40, but it was only running about 14, 15, and the red light was flashing, and it was really jerky.
All right, so shut VAC off and switch it to ASIO. I want to try that now. ASIO inside Thetis, and leave it USB audio device inside OBS.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, looking at the live stream, your volume is too high.
Okay, so on the desktop audio device, which did you want me at the headphones again?
No, leave it on audio, USB audio. Did you enable VAC?
Yeah, but when I go to OBS, what did you want me to do?
As long as desktop audio is set to USB audio, I want to see if you're getting movement there yet.
No, it's still the headphones USB, and there's no movement.
Oh, that's what I meant. Headphones USB. All right, hold on.
There's no movement.
No, it's working now.
No, I think you're seeing an old video.
No, it's working now, except it's very low. So in OBS, DJ, take a picture for me of what you see on the slider. Just take a picture. I want to look at it. Dominic, right? You hear, excuse me, you hear my voice coming through. It's just low.
Yeah.
All right, so there's no more stuttering or anything. I just want to see what his levels are now.
Back into the Windows sound, he's got to go in there and take the checkbox out of those two. Also, take the checkbox out of effects. Mine has, whenever there's a checkbox in effects, my audio gets, the receive audio gets cut way down, and then I have to boost up the radio audio almost to 100% to get any audio out for digital. And that's because I discovered that if that check is in there with the effects, it lowers the volume down tremendously. And I take that check out, and all of a sudden it unleashes the house,
Yes, I think you're correct. Also, DJ, on your main screen of Thetis right now, what is your master AF set to?
Okay, what again? Say again?
When you're receiving, look at underneath where your duplex button is, underneath where your record play button is in Thetis. You'll have the, hold on. Yeah, you'll have Master AF. What number is that slider set to? And then RX1 AF.
Master is 84, and when I talk, it's 4.
Yep, when you talk, that's the monitor level. What's the RX1 AF?
RX is 45.
All right, put RX up to 55 right now.
Okay, there's 55.
All right, let me go to the stream. Hold on.
I have such a tremendous lag on this.
All right, let me just give it a little audio so I could hear myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Get it. Yeah, I'm almost betting it's the checkbox underneath effects in his control.
DJ, put the RX AF up to 65.
Okay, there's 65. I'm trying to listen on my side here, and on mine stream, and I can't hardly hear you.
All right, no, now you lost your mic in OBS because we're sharing the USB device. All right, DJ, just shut it down. I'm going to log in tomorrow. We're going to figure it out.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I'm almost 99.9% sure that checkbox in his audio sound card is, I got TJ coming in there here. And that the audio needs to be, the checkboxes need to be removed out of enhancement. When he does that, it'll unleash his audio.
Yeah, I'm going to set all that up correctly. And he can't use it's got to be the other. We have to figure it out with another output device because he can't share. That's why when he was just talking on the stream, he couldn't hear him because Windows won't share that sound card with Thetis and with OBS.
Doug, should I get an external sound card?
That's what you have.
Oh.
The audio interface is an external sound card. You should not. You don't need another one. We're going to do it through a driver. I just have to figure the settings are screwed up. So I got to get into your sound settings, and we'll figure it out from there.
Okay.
W4 almost at 20.
KB2 UKA. So what are the Thanksgiving plans, Dom?
Says there's like a box of enhancements, and right above it there's a check box that says turn on enhancements. You take that check out and shut the enhancements off. It'll unleash the audio.
Yep. I'm going to shut all that off. I'm going to set up his default communication device, all that stuff. What are your plans for Thanksgiving today?
Me?
Yeah, Roger.
It's going to be a little heavy. You got some turkey breast. We're going to stuff that and lower the stuff it. So we're supposed to stuff it in there and cook that. That's cook it about 3 hours, and then she also wants to make a ham, and that'll take whatever it takes to heat that up again. And then we're going to have dinner with some stuff and with pickles and everything and chicken and all that. So I'll be eating turkey and ham sandwiches for the rest of the week.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That sounds great. We're going to my mom's. My in-laws are going over there. There'll be like 12 of us. We'll get there at 2, and we'll be very round by 8 o'clock.
And Don's son is down here. Dave, he's in Columbia, and Mike is in Columbia also visiting relatives. But you guys might be coming over Friday or Saturday, whatever day they could both get over there. And we're going to have a meet and greet. I met both of them, but we'll get to meet each other. And we'll probably have a apple pie between the three of us. So. Other than that, that's about it. That's all planned here. I think, this morning, I want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. Even that there's a Christmas back here. He's doing all his stuff right now. He's got something come over and try to get it later on. And everything is coffee, maybe this is here.
All right, Roger. I got to step to the side for a second. And Bill, if you're listening, happy Thanksgiving. Also, Dominic, 80 is going short. I'm starting to lose you. KB2 UKA, I'll be right back.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Hey, did you have a sip of coffee before I start talking to you?
I did. I had coffee. I'm here. I'm listening. Good morning, Doug, DJ, Dom, whoever else is on. Happy Thanksgiving. And I didn't want to jump in. I know they were going hot and heavy with the settings, so I was standing by just sipping some coffee.
Good morning, Art.
Well, good morning and happy Thanksgiving.
Good morning, Art.
Hey, DJ. Yeah, challenging. It's challenging. I'll tell you. I watched some of Steve's videos, and I'll tell you, I scratched my head. It's like, man, what are these guys doing? It's amazing, but there's a click or two away. That's really what it is. But I know. You'll get there. It's a learning curve.
Yeah, I just listened to Doug's stream there. I backed it up to where I was on, and damn, I do sound good. Now, if we just get the video to work, and then everybody else would sound, fairly good through my setup too. But, oh well, I'm not worried about it. If we don't get it, we don't get it. But I'm pretty sure, we'll rectify it and we'll get it working properly.
we definitely will. KB2UKA. It has to work, DJ. You have everything that you need to get it to work.
Oh, yeah.
The only issue may be the i5.
No, that's not it. Let me just get into those sound settings and we'll figure it out. Good morning, Art.
Hey, good morning, Doug. Yeah, wish you well today, your family and everything. That's great. I caught that. You got to do the old, the Italian style Sunday dinner Thanksgiving, right?
Yep. Start at 2 o'clock. First course is all Italian. Raviolis, meatballs, broccoli rabe, all that stuff. And then I think the turkey and all the traditional Thanksgiving food comes out like around 4 o'clock.
Oh, that's freaking classic.
Carol mentioned last night, I said everybody's getting ready for Thanksgiving. They're all going to have good meals and that. And she looked at me with a dumb look on her face. We never got invited. Then we both had a good laugh.
Well, if you want to drive 10 hours, DJ, I think it might be more. If you leave now, you'll be at my house for dessert.
Well, Woodburn, New York was, what was it? It was 8-hour drive for us, so we've done that plenty of times. And I think it was a little over an hour to get to New York City when Luther took us to New York City. So, no, she was just, she has that deadpan joke every once in a while. So we just laughed about it. And that's what we were saying. She says, it'd be really nice if we, if we could go over and visit all these people. And she says, there's no reason we can't cross the border. So I said, well, maybe someday we will. But I said that was one of the downfalls or negative aspects of amateur radio. We talk to a lot of great people all around, and the distances that we communicate with is just not practical to be able to travel to, have a cup of coffee together, share a meal, and visit and that. So we just have to do it over the airwaves. VA3 KBC.
Yep, I just looked up Woodburn. So if Woodburn took you 8 hours, it'll take you about 11 hours to get to me.
Okay, yeah, well, we went to New York City. Luther took us there. I forget what the drive was. It was a little over an hour, I know that.
Yeah, you're an hour and a half, 2 hours from New York City from Woodburn. I just looked at it on the map. So, I think it could happen. We could all do a trip in upstate New York, and then that won't be too far for you. Good morning, Andy. Andy says hello to you, DJ, and to you, Art, on the live stream. Andy Cowley.
I see that, yep.
Oh, boy, I'm sorry I wasn't signed in, but yes, good morning, Andy, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
So, Art, this is, I've got the Aphex in line.
Oh, I can hear it, and I can hear it where it's nice. It's not overdone. It's just, gosh, man, it's just right. And I'll tell you, the presence of that, it's the foundation, right? And it's just done right. I mean, where is it? Is it at the beginning of the chain, or at the end, or in the middle?
I ordered that rack. That rack it's like a server rack. That rack gets delivered tomorrow. So I unplugged everything last night, and I set up the chain the way I think I'm going to set it up in the rack. So it goes preamp, graphic EQ, noise gate, Optimod, Aphex, virtualizer, and then that goes into the X-Air.
Beautiful. So that rack is the universal width with the rails on each end. It's to accommodate the exact width of, say, your Optimod or your big bottom, the Aphex. It's that width.
Yep. It's the correct width, and it's got 2 shelves that it comes with. So I don't have the ears for the X-Air either, because I bought it used and the guy didn't send me the ears. So I'm going to put the X-Air on a bottom shelf, and then on the top shelf, I could put the Anon if I want.
sure about, but I did see a few do it. It has something to do with removing those little handles, those hooked handles on the base of your radio, and then lining up the black or whatever, those plates that end up there for the actual screw down physical connection.
That's awesome, Andy.
Or, rack flanges should line up with the holes on that middle rack if you wanted to go that way. But finding that is a challenge. I have not seen one personally, set up on a website.
Yeah. I think what I said yesterday, and I was wondering where the ear would go, and that makes sense to take off the little handles. I'm thinking standard server ears would work and bring it out to 19 inches. Because from screw to screw on those racks, that's 19 inches, I believe.
Double rail, like your Optimod, I think is going to be a double rail, not a single rail.
Correct. The Bellari will be a double rail. The Ultragraph will be a double rail, and the Optimod will be a double rail. And then the Gate, the Aphex, and the Virtualizer, those will be single.
That'll be sharp, man. All nicely tucked away, and man, yeah. I've seen some of these images, with that ESSB site, man. There's some extreme setups. I didn't realize, man, there's some guys that are really into it. I mean, I'm talking cabinets like from the floor, standing 6-7 feet tall. It's like, holy mackerel. But then I look over to the right and I see a Kenwood or a Yaesu. It's like, man, all that gear for, whatever, 3.2. You know what I mean?
Good to pick you up.
Good morning, Frank. Yeah, and that guy, by the way, that guy, John Beck, Art, who posted, he's got a rack that's like, I don't know, like 10 components. He posted yesterday. He's the guy I bought the Bellari from. He's the guy that modified the Bellari for me. So he must have had 2 of them because he's using the RP520. Good morning, Frank. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, good morning, Frank. Happy Thanksgiving. Good to hear you.
Hey, good morning, guys. Heard you. Sorry. Good morning. I heard you both in here. Just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving and wishing you guys and your family well. And good to hear you. Sounding pretty good. Everyone sounds great, man. Doug, you got the Optimod in?
Yep, the Optimod's in. This should be the final configuration. So the Optimod's in, and then underneath the Optimod is the Aphex and the Virtualizer. So I put the Aphex back in line.
Good morning.
Okay, well, good. Yeah, it sounds good, man. And man, my voice is splitting up this morning. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but yeah, it sounds really nice. Different sound to it for sure.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. You sound great. Well, Frank, Wednesday before Thanksgiving is the biggest party night of the year, so I'm sure you had a good time last night.
I had plans to go out with the guys last night, and my daughter's home from college. So she came over. She was supposed to come over Tuesday, and it was not Wednesday. So she came over. I picked her up Tuesday, but she had a reversal plan, so she came over last night. So I had both my daughters here. So my biggest party night of the year was, playing guitar with them and watching TV and movies and eating dinner.
Well, that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. KB2 UKA missed the bottom of the hour.
W4DOM. Good morning, Frank. Is Don still in here at AKY?
I didn't hear him. Don, you in there?
I'll say it a third time. Good morning, Frank. VA3 KBC, bottom of the hour.
Oh my God, sorry. I only thought it was I thought it was Doug and Art only. I'm sorry. Good morning, Dom, and happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, DJ. Sorry, and hope you guys doing well.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, 32 degrees here. Community Latin Shore, Southern Ontario.
Yeah, I just wanted to check in with Tom because he was feeling lightheaded and busy.
80's going real short. I'm almost completely lost Dom. There you are. There's attenuation on your signal now for me. You're like a 3x9. And Frank, Andy Cowley across the pond says hello to you on the live stream.
Oh, hello, Andy. That's funny.
So in 8 more days, I can also get the live stream on Facebook. I was banned from streaming for 30 days.
Where are you banned?
Facebook. So what happened was I found a picture on Twitter. This is crazy, okay? I found a picture on Twitter of Hunter Biden smoking crack inside of a sensory deprivation tank. You know those tanks, those salt tanks that you could go floating in?
Yeah.
All right, so I found the picture, and I copied it from Twitter, and I went to Facebook to share it. And the second I hit share, I got booted and logged out of Facebook. So I'm like, what the hell? So I logged back in, and I immediately was brought to a screen immediately. And it said that I shared content. I shared personal content without having the permission of the person in the picture. And they restricted my account for 30 days where I couldn't go live or advertise on Facebook.
Holy crap. You're on a list.
Yep. Well, what I found out, I went back to Twitter, and other people started posting that they were immediately restricted when they shared that picture. So that's the collusion between Facebook and the current administration. So that exact photo must be on a list that if that photo is uploaded, they completely shut you down. Because normally when you upload something that they don't like, a few days later you'll get notified. But this was instant.
Well, when you have Marxist, communist, dictatorship-loving tyrants running it, that's what happens. We have it in Canada, and you got it in the States.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I'm going to see if I can find the photo. I'll put it on Signal. I think it's somewhere. I think I saved it, so I got to go back 30 days.
Zuckerberg is resigning. He's quitting. He's in a year's time. He's going to be gone.
Yeah, that's what he says. I think what he's going to do, I think he's going to spin off the metaverse portion of Meta into a separate company, and that's going to be his pet project.
Well, we need another Elon Musk to buy Facebook and then make it where it's more conservative and open-minded.
That would be phenomenal. Musk is doing great things with Twitter.
You know, it's liberalism at one time was open-minded and sharing of that, and now it's gone the other way. It's restrictive and communist and tyrannical. So it's funny how things have changed.
I just put the photo that got me banned in Signal.
So that's a legitimate photo. It's not altered or photoshopped or something fake. You know, when they say fake or that's a real. That's actually, and we know where there's images out there of him doing really crazy things, and you're trying to hide that.
Yep, and if you look, this was actually published from the dailymail.com. So they shut that crap down real quick.
So what kind of individual has no fear of taking pictures of himself and putting it on his laptop, saving all those pictures of that, What kind of individual is he? So arrogant, narcissistic that he's not afraid of any retribution against him?
Yeah, somebody who knows they're above the law. Somebody who knows it and is entitled and knows that's how it's always been for them. And that's why, including the Republicans, they have to do whatever they can do to stop Donald Trump. Because he's not tied to any of them.
Exactly, 100%. You hit it right, the nail right on the head.
Yeah, they don't want a renegade. They don't want a business person or someone like you and me to run for president. And he's not part of the clique. He's not part of K Street. He's not part of the bureaucracy. He's not part of all the little inner backroom deals. And that's what they fear. And that's why they created COVID, to get rid of the sitting president, period.
Tulsi Gabbard found out just how corrupt, how deep the corruption is in Washington.
N4 QNT at the 40. But back then, they used to take things differently and used to do things differently when they wanted to get rid of somebody.
Yes, exactly. It's just out of control. It really is out of control. Who knows? It's going to be an interesting 2 more years.
Well, one can only hope that it implodes upon itself.
Non-binary. These narratives are not fitting into a little peg, in a round hole thing. They're fumbling. The media is going crazy right now. They have opportunities to really set their narratives right with the hate crime of that club, and then of course the black shooter in Walmart, which was in a meeting room, not going around in a store like the traditional mass shooter. This is a hate crime. Also a severe hate crime, because I'd love to know the identity of the 6 people that he worked with in that meeting room when they were taking their break.
Yeah, so there were 3 main stories. There was the Walmart one, there was the Club Q, and then there was one here in New York City. And all 3 of them, to your point, Art, they tried pegging on hate crimes. So the Club Q, right? That story is going to get squashed now. We're not going to hear anything about it now that it came out that he's non-binary, okay? Yep, they're not going to tell us who the identity was of the people that got shot in Walmart. They probably looked a lot like the shooter, okay? Because he was a disgruntled employee. And then here in New York City, there was somebody throwing a brick through a gay club every few nights for like the last month. They caught him, and they were about to charge him with a hate crime until they found out that he was gay, and he lived around the corner from the bar, from the gay bar. It's just out of control. And with the crime that you see happening in New York, and with the tyrant governor that just got elected, the day that this kid was arrested for throwing the brick through the window of the bar, she signed a bill, okay? Instead of a bill keeping people in jail and holding them on cash bail, okay, she signed a bill that if you're convicted of a hate crime, you have to go to a re-education school before you get out of jail to get rid of your radical thoughts. This is all real. This really happened this week. She signed a bill to put people into re-education schools if they're convicted of a hate crime, instead of a bill keeping people in jail on cash bail.
Are we all going to take this image transfer on and share it on Facebook and get back to you?
Facebook, yeah.
Well, I don't know, but if we get like 7 of us doing it at the same time, you think they can get them all off in a hurry?
Well, Andy said something interesting. Andy said there's probably something embedded in the photo. There's something embedded in the photo that Facebook picks up on, and it's instant.
Probably
Well, guys, here in Canada, the Trudeau Liberals are trying to get this Bill C-11 passed. The Senate has got its third reading. If it passes third reading, then our freedoms and rights for internet or anything social will be squashed. And even Disney, a lot of them are not happy with what the Canadian government wants to do with this Bill C-11.
Yep.
And on that laptop, I don't know if you saw that last week, the guy in the repair shop, the PC repair shop is starting to step up and speak out like, well, why is this being super squashed? I mean, you saw what was on that laptop, and then not only Sony might RaG, but other files and things about the business and the big guy, talking about the big guy, who that is. Boy, I'll tell you, if that was on the other side, this would have been the leading story for 1 year.
Absolutely. And what a piece of trash. And everybody says he has no idea what's going on. I hope these Republicans sit on this thing and get it out there. I know they've been doing a lot of good work. They really need to be unleashed. And they're waiting for this leadership. The drugs are going to come off. A lot of people might end up in jail, including people who
Well, what's that politician? Is it a politician or what? The guy, author Sam Harris says he wouldn't care if Hunter Biden had corpses of children in his basement.
Yeah, no, I'm here. Good morning.
All right. So your daughter came in?
Yeah, she came in. Sorry, I'm watching something. I was just freaked out by. Yeah, she came in Tuesday night. So she's here till Monday, and then she goes back to school, and then comes back in 2 weeks, and she's home for a month. So you'd think they would coordinate this all better. Cheaper for airfare.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, tell me about it. Exactly. It's so funny you mention that. You know how many parents are saying the same thing right now? I mean, Kim and I, the same exact thing. She come rolling in Tuesday. She'll be leaving late Sunday, early Sunday night. Get on the road, get home by Monday. And then boom, here we go again. A couple of weeks later. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's like they have no care. They have zero care. Just figure out some way to do it. I don't know, extend the break or start earlier or something. It's only 2 weeks. I'm sure you can make that time up somewhere, but what are you going to do?
And you are sounding marvelous, by the way. Man, it sounds really good. Don't touch a thing. Step away from the baloney.
Yeah, I think I finally got it dialed in. Only took like 2-3 weeks. I just didn't want to deal with it, but thank you.
We got a big boy tuning up.
Yeah. What do you need? I'll switch over real quick and see if the usual is open. I mean, it should be. And we've been bumping it up one now lately because of the scratch, that guy from 91.
I just checked Art and it's busy.
Hola.
Morning, Mark.
Hey, Mark. Good morning.
Hola, ¿cómo está, señor?
Good morning, Mark. Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful that I have such an awfully large, huge, devastatingly good-sounding signal.
You do. That was you tuning up. I knew it was going to be a powerhouse.
Get over yourself, huh?
Yeah, I get one day a year. Just let me have my moment.
Yeah, the band's shifting severely here. Even, Doug, Frank's still doing good. DJ, I'm starting to, not lose, but just knocking 20 over stuff.
Art, with a signal like Mark's got, he can do FP8.
Yeah.
Hey, Art, you want to go look for a spot on 40?
Yeah, I'll give it a quick shot. I'll post it. N4QNT.
All right, cool.
Well, how am I going to know? I'm not posted.
Oh, we'll tell you.
You didn't tell me the last couple times.
Well, shame on us then. We'll get it right this time.
I generally tell you, but you might not have been transmitting. You maybe were listening, but we didn't know you were in here.
Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm there.
Over here, over there, everywhere.
I don't know. Depends on how I feel in the morning.
I'm going to give you guys a little update. Early this morning, me and Bill were on, and Don wasn't feeling too good, had a dizzy spell, lost the train so thought. He was starting to feel a little better, but he now went down and going way down again. He went way down for a while.
Well, hopefully, I hope is it his sugar, I wonder?
I don't know. He was a little incoherent there at one moment where he got awful moments. But then he started getting better, and
Might have had a minor stroke.
That's what I was wondering.
sugar dropped too low.
Did he get the jab?
7260, 7260, KB2 UKA QSY.
Yeah, 7260.
This band might not be good right now. We'll see if it's playing short. I saw a couple of tune-ups, so we'll see what happens.
Hola, big radio.
All right, you're 15 over, Art. I hear DJ pretty strong too, and I hear Mark.
And 3 or more.
Yep, there's Mark. I hear you, Doug, sounding good. I think DJ came right up. I think he was still tuning. And all right, and we'll see if maybe Frank or Dom. We'll see how see if it's playing 130 miles.
Yeah, I'm here. I got you. You're about 5 over. That's nice. Sounded good.
Dom, you're back to 5 over.
Hello, let me tune, guys.
Tune it up, DJ. Hey. You bastard.
Really? A 2-tone?
Yeah, we could all do it.
2-tone kind of guy.
I think we should all go to 47 meters.
I'm hearing you now, Mark.
Want to make a band at 47 meters.
What is that, 6 something?
It's just above 40 meters or something like that, yeah.
It's that tweener, right? Tweener between, I guess, 60 meters, right? The channelized band, it would be right in between this and that.
That's a good idea. I mean, 40 meters is so clustered with old retired parts anyway. I mean, you could, get a band in there that could actually use.
I have to start pissing them off there, Mark.
Here we go.
Yeah, 40 meters also has a lot of guys that actually think nets are important.
Well, they are when they were important, but they're not anymore.
Boy, you guys are glutton for punishment.
All right, who wants to start their ailment list?
I think we should have a new band. Exactly what Mark is saying, but it'll be SDR and it'll be ESSD at 4 kc to 6 kc wide.
Well,
Out to 10 kcs for experimental purposes.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Well, that me out.
Or if you'd stop being so cheap and get some equipment.
Oh boy, Mark's on a roll this morning.
Never mind, Mark. He's too busy doing his
FT8. He's going right through it. He just got you. He just put the line through your name, Dom.
That took me right off the list. Okay, go ahead, carry on. I know, not worthy.
He doesn't even do FT8. He can only afford FT4.
See, Mark?
I think any bandwidth is good.
Real quick, Doug, I know you have the timestamp on your UTC there on your live stream video. I did call for the frequency. I put out the time. No one replied, and I just want to make sure we do have the passband. I just heard someone come in like a KC away.
No, we have the passband, and timestamp is probably around 49 minutes of this wonderful live stream that is on YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, and Twitch.
Yes, recordings have started.
Did you get FCC approval on that and the ARRL double stamp?
No, and you know what I think about the ARRL.
Yes, no, we have permission to do this, and these will be reported to the official observer.
Yes, my live stream has a direct feed to the FCC now.
Oh, do you guys know that we have a case of wild pigs roaming Delaware now?
And he listens and watches the Panda Doctor to see the proof in the pudding that these guys are not, everything's legit and it's all good. Everything's being recorded.
We now have a troop of wild pigs roaming Delaware.
Did they come from Washington?
No, these are actually animal pigs, not human pigs. But these are actually, you can't really call them boars because they weren't boars. They were somebody's pet pig, and they sort of all got together, and now I guess they're reproducing, and they've made themselves a little troop.
Listen, I didn't. So what are you saying? Delaware has very overweight women?
Yes, there are pigs among the pigs.
It gives a whole new meaning to the term Delaware water gap.
So when things really get desperate and bad, that may be a backup.
So is that where the press secretary's from?
Oh, what a tobacco. Did you see that press conference the other day when Fauci was there on the stage and they were actually starting to ask real questions without the script? You know, the Q&A cards they're handed when they go into the room and sit down, and they must abide by that. That lady went freaking bananas.
Yeah, she did.
She went nuts, and what I liked was the other reporter backing the other reporter saying, hey, what? That's a legitimate question. They shut that crap down so fast.
The president and all this corruption, blah, blah, blah. And she completely turned the story over. Says, the Republicans ran on taking care of the inflation. And they haven't really acted on the inflation. And she started talking about that. She goes, so all their attention is on the president's family and not where it needs to be for the people on inflation. It's like, what?
It's a you-know-what show.
Well, what I get out of it, watching that, so you caused inflation to take the story away from Hunter Biden and his dad So we worry about inflation instead of, we're doing both. If you don't get it, we're going to take care of both. We're going to take care of the inflation that this White House did, and we're also going to go after Hunter Biden and the president.
100%. The chickens have to come home to roost eventually. That seems to be what's always happened in the last 200 some odd years we've been a country. They always come home to roost. This appears to be the longest time that it's taken them to get home, though.
Yeah. Did everybody come up from down there? I haven't heard Frank.
Yeah, I sent Frank a message. He said he was getting coffee, and he'll try to make it in. He appreciated the quick message because I know,
Y'all hearing the broadcast station in the background?
Yeah. Below us.
Yeah, that's actually fine. I'll deal with that. It'll keep anyone below us.
I'm starting to see that carrier point come way up. I'm getting the buckshot.
It's there. It ain't bothering us, right?
What from?
I think it's China.
Oh, it's Chinese? Okay. I know Chinese. China has a lot of 40-meter stuff.
N4 QNT.
N3 or more.
W4 DLM. At least nobody's going to get in between us and them.
Well, we do have a gap. There is a 1 KC, or actually almost a 2 KC gap, just to get some of that passband clutter out of there. We could go up one more, 261.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
1 KC then. W4 DLM.
VA3K.
N4.
N3 or more.
KB2 UKA.
N4 QNT, QSY 261.
All righty. So, when I took 7 years off from the hobby, and so that was between, let's see, I started again in 2020. So 12, so 2013 I stopped. And when I came back in 2020, I noticed a lot more broadcast in the middle of 40 meters. Was I correct, or were they always there?
Oh, you're correct.
You're correct.
Well, I do remember broadcast stations when I lived in Florida, but a lot of them was from South America. I took about the same kind of break you did. I did it a couple of years earlier than you, Doug, and then came back in a couple of years before you did, like 2 years for this.
Yeah, like I always remember them at the top of the band, but now they're when I got back in 2020, I'm like, that's weird. They're on 7240. Like, that's strange.
Right. Yeah, but I think it was always allocated above 7,200 would be broadcast. But I think there's more of them than I remember. But I used to get a lot of South American transmitters down there, low power ones, but when you lived in Panama City up the Gulf there, you heard them clear as day.
Right, because you got all the water there, and South America will just shoot right up.
Right.
All right, Art, I want to switch to 3K real quick. This is what I ended with. It's kind of difficult to do 3K with an Optimod, but here's what I got. Hold on.
I was just ready to mention.
Alrighty, this is KB2 UKA. I wanted a nice, bright 3 kilohertz audio profile.
Wow.
Oh yeah. That's an ICOM 3K profile with a bunch of cherries sitting on top.
So I self-discovered all this, but I'm assuming this. So what I was able to do, I was able to move the mid-range frequency in the Optimod up to about as high as I want. So it defaults to 630. But what I did was I moved it till 2500 and I did a boost there. And I lowered the bandwidth to 4K AM in the Optimod for this profile.
Wow, that is great shelving. Yep, that shelving that you, especially moving the mids up there, and then, oh man, no, that is great 3K audio. And man, that could be good DX audio too, actually.
Yeah, I'll use this for both because it's sharp. It is sharp. It'll cut through, but there's still that low end in there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Make me turn off my noise blanker again.
All right, I'm going back to 4K. Why not?
Noise blanker should be an illegal option on ham radio.
I wouldn't be able to operate without one.
Hold on, let me twist my dynamic adjustment. Stand by.
All right, KB2 UKA. We're back with the 4K kilohertz.
Hey, we don't do that kind of stuff here.
Well, I realized what I was saying, and that's why I kept going.
Well, it's nice when the foreign broadcast is right up on the wall, because you can go 4 or 5 actually right now. It would be excellent. I mean, there's no one would be between the pass band down 4 or 5 from here right up into a foreign broadcast station. So really, you can go 5 or 6 if you want to.
All right, well, here's 5. We're going 5 right now. I have not tweaked this at all, but this is 5 kilohertz.
I guarantee somebody's going to come in here eventually.
Yeah, when they do, when that occurs, we can certainly just click the mouse and tighten things up. But we can, accommodate right on the fly, like a good amateur practice.
Yeah, they're not going up, they're only going down. It's just into the broadcast, that's fine.
Tell them to get 4K wide or hit the road.
Yeah, this is the 5K morning crew.
Yeah, but I don't qualify, so I'd have to go find somebody else.
No, you're fine. You got to be at least 2K wide.
Yes, 2K is the check-in.
Wow, Art, your low end sounds good.
100 somewhere where actually I'll let you go to 4 or even wider, but they have not allowed that out yet.
You're right. It's in the firmware because the pan adapter definitely goes that far. I can go even farther, so it's all SDR and receive. They're just locking it in at 3.6.
That's right. I need that secret squirrel stuff from ICOM, and then I can get in there and open her up.
Yeah. Well, there is a second menu. If you put like a headphone jack into the remote plug in the back, the other end, today next to the speaker jack, and there's a key you hold and you turn it on, you'll be in the service menu.
Oh.
Ooh, the secret service menu. I love those service menus, but you got to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the new Yaesu?
Oh, yeah, Frank. This is the 5K Thanksgiving group this morning. We have a foreign broadcast just below, so it's all good.
All right, well, I'm joining you guys. And, I spilled the sugar bowl, man. I had a vacuum. Needless to say, I was pissed. But all good. I don't want to wake anybody up.
Vaccinated COVID deaths rise all over the news this morning.
Oh, yeah. That's starting to hit the news.
Wow, because did you guys watch Died Suddenly? I did, and that's interesting that they're reporting it 2 days after that movie came out.
We got a paper in the mail showing 90 doctors across Canada died after their 3rd and 4th jab, so that news is starting to be shown in Canada here as well. So very interesting. I think the media sooner or later is going to have to step up to the plate and admit that this is going on.
I'm kind of thinking that the guillotines probably might come back into fashion.
I mean,
the White House keeps saying, go out and get vaccinated, get your booster shots. Keeps pushing the narrative.
Yeah, they're pushing a big campaign between now and the new year for people to get vaxxed. I can't friggin' believe I got it. My wife didn't get it. My kids will absolutely not get it. But I got 2 shots and a booster. And after watching that movie, man, God knows what's growing inside me.
Well, there's 3 different batches, Doug. There's the placebo, and then there's the one that's mild, and then the third one is the deadly one, the killer one. So hopefully you got batch 1.
Yeah, batch 1 or 2. I did get COVID 6 months to the day of getting the second shot. The only problem I have, DJ, is when I got the second shot, I had a migraine for a week, okay? And it was a similar headache to when I actually had real COVID. And ever since I got that shot, I get migraines now every few months.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the many symptoms of that.
There's a saying going around now, if you see on TikTok, there's people saying that the ones that did not get the vax do not regret it, but the ones that did are regretting it. So, there's that. And, it's sad to say that people were coerced into it or made to do it because of their work, their job, and all this other thing. So the media has to step up, and eventually it will. There will be journalists that will have their eyes opened up and start to report this. The corruption that's in Washington and Ottawa, with politicians and the special interest groups, the pharmaceuticals, that kind of stuff. So it's eventually will come to light. VA3 KBC.
What news publication reported that today?
And then all the poor people that were shamed, lost their jobs, their homes, that some of them lost their families over it.
No, someone said they heard on the news deaths increase from the vaccine. Who reported that?
Oh, that was on the national desk this morning on 21.3. So whatever the national desk is off the air TV in your area.
Okay. All right. My wife was asking me. Because I was saying when that movie came out, when did it come out? 2 days ago? 3 days ago? I said it's interesting that they're not discussing it at all. Like they're not even trying to debunk the movie. Normally they would, CNN and all, they would be right on top of that. And maybe like I said earlier, the chickens are going to come home to roost.
They don't want to give it advertising because if they did that, everybody and their brother's cousin would go to see it.
Yep, and I showed it to my business partner because the first 10 minutes of it is all you need to see. But I watched the whole thing. But somebody needs to condense it down to a 5-minute video because if it's not on national TV, no one's going to sit at YouTube at Rumble for an hour and watch it.
Yeah, you might want to post that shortcut. I think Frank wants to check it out.
Yep. What'd you say, Dom?
No, it was Frank.
Oh, sorry, Frank. Go ahead.
Video was this? Did you post? Can you send me a link to that? If you don't mind, Doug.
Yeah, I'll send it. It's on Rumble. It's called "Died Suddenly." It's scary crap, Frank. Very scary. It's the movie's made by funeral directors, embalmers, the head of the National Embalming Association, and it's all things they've witnessed since the vaccine started. It's very scary.
All right, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think I mentioned 6 months ago that there was going to be a mass string of deaths after all these vaccines.
No, you did.
So here's the thing. I'm curious about interesting about journalism, right? I mean, out of the clear blue, embalmers, morticians, funeral home embalmers, for them to step up and say and make comments about what their findings are since 2020, and this long tape-like substance coming out of the veins that are actually, there's some mention that it's clogging their pump system. They actually have to stop the process and pull these weird-looking tapes out of the intake side of that machine. And that, to me, should be talked about. These guys have been doing this forever. It's not a political stance. It's nothing. They're morticians. They're embalmers. That's what they do. It's their career. And now for this to start rapidly being reported and they're trying to smother it, I mean, there's something going on. What is this substance? It needs to be analyzed. It needs to be a biopsy or some type and what it's connected to and what the DNA of this substance is. But why are they trying to smother it?
Economic Forum.
Yeah, and then in the movie, did you see that when you open up the pamphlet that comes with the vaccine, the pamphlet that would normally, the medication pamphlet that would normally tell you the ingredients, all it says on this huge piece of paper is intentionally blank.
Exactly. There was a series that I purchased called COVID Revealed. It's DVDs and a binder that's about 2 inches thick with all the different doctors and others that they interviewed. And also, that's when I first heard and seen the doctor from the UK, not doctor, but the funeral home director that found all these clots in these people bodies and that's when I first heard about it. So that's over a year ago. VA3 KBC.
Right. They said the rise in the notoriety of this odd event or whatever, during the process has happened since about mid-2020 is when they started noticing it.
Yep. And then not even the long fibrous growths. What about all those specks in the blood? That's very scary. Very, very scary stuff. And Frank, I sent it to you directly on Signal, to your own name.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Man, this is the $1 million audio frequency.
It really is. You sound phenomenal, Art. Go back and listen to it on the stream. You're not that strong. You're like 5'9". I could only imagine if you were 20 over.
Yeah, I'll take a peek. I'll take a listen. But I appreciate it. Everybody's sounding great. I mean, we all pay attention to detail. We appreciate the good equipment and testing and experimenting and having fun with this part of the hobby. I mean, that's how I like to look at it. There's so many facets. I mean, what can we do, right? I mean, play antenna, FT8 digital code, whatever, Morse code. I mean, there's so already. I mean, the sky's the limit. So, we enjoy the audio aspect of the hobby.
But yet, somebody 3.5 kts down is still trying to cheat us.
Yep, I see it. They're not trying to tune. They're annoyed. They always get annoyed. They're probably ultra liberal. They don't like that we're saying the vaccine is killing people. And they definitely don't like good sounding audio.
I hug trees. I kind of cut them up too, but when they're alive, I hug them.
You hug them just before taking them down?
Well, what did the Indians do before they took a deer for meat? They after they shot it, they said a prayer to the Great Spirit where they laid their hand on it.
Yes, trees have feelings too. So do clams. Just because they don't have a central nervous system, they need a hug every now and then.
Yes, they do.
I suck oysters because I know they need.
That's druthers.net.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, DJ? I was listening to something.
Yeah, I posted the druthers.net. That's the the website, and it's the paper that the free paper I got a couple days ago, giving all that information. So if you link on brothers.net newspapers, you'll see all the different copies, and like from former VP at Pfizer. Watch the documentary Uninformed Consent. Just a lot of information there that if you want to take the time to read it. Our children are being destroyed. The West Kansas in Ukraine, Ottawa Freedom, just a whole bunch of stuff there that this is you can subscribe to it and have it delivered, or you can get it online as well.
Hey guys, I got a little thing I want to say.
The ID round, the N4QNT.
N3 or more.
KB2 UKA.
W4 dear. Just want to say Santa Claus has been watching your videos. He's been watching your comments all year long. Most of you all are getting Bibles and dictionaries.
I got a Bible from my grandmother for communion, and as far as the dictionary, I don't need no stinking dictionary.
Hey, Dom, after last night, I'm going straight to the red flame.
Yeah. We're going to have to get holy water for you.
I'm not sure if you guys heard of my little outburst, but oh my goodness. It was whatever you think or heard in the past, just multiply that by 50.
Oh my, did I miss something special?
Oh, somebody, yeah, he come out in rare form. I never seen it. I never would believe it if somebody told me. That's why I didn't tell nobody. They wouldn't have believed me. Yeah, more or less, take your shit and go was the kind of lines that were coming out of his mouth.
Wow, Art, go ahead.
That was the mild part. You know, I was messing around with Bandicam, and I kicked myself in the ass because I didn't record the whole thing. I wish I would have.
I'm starting to wonder, in another life, back in the 30s, that maybe Art was a gangster and worked in the mob. He was maybe a mafioso.
Yeah, what's his name? And the Godfather, the son?
Michael Corleone.
The one who still has anger problems, even when he's not an actor?
Yeah, Michael, that's it.
Oh my gosh, Al Pacino. The Scent of a Woman.
Boy, if there isn't a bigger douchebag on earth than him.
That's true, but Scent of a Woman, what a great movie.
Exactly, Frank. I was just thinking the same thing.
I had tears rolling down my eyes. My stomach hurt so bad. I sat back. I rolled this chair back away from the desk. I went, oh, damn.
I'm sorry. The gentleman just really, as soon as I heard, and I knew who it was, so I was good there. That box was checked. No one was trying to get me. I made sure. I had that split second because I knew who it was.
Yeah, that check box. He knew who it was. I'm just glad it wasn't me.
I can only imagine what I missed last night.
But it's okay. I calmed down. I apologized. I know, DJ, calm down. But I ended up, because I know the guy. I've talked to him in the past, and I did kind of go off the rails on him. But he learned. He learned now that it's okay to transmit on LSB in case he wait for the end of the band.
Well, like I said, I never apologize. Never say I'm sorry.
I taught an old dog a new trick last night.
It's all good.
Well, down on the frequency we run in the evenings on 160, you don't have to worry about jack-offs like that because they can't get there anyway.
Mark, that's one thing about 160. It does limit individuals of that persuasion.
Yep, that's a great filter. Filters out all the morons that don't want to really take it seriously. If you're there for the right reason.
Well, gentlemen, I think I'm going to have a graceful exit right now. I hope all of you have a beautiful Thanksgiving. Even the Canadians, DJ. Have a piece of turkey on us today. And I'm going to say 73. So maybe I'll be on later tonight. We shall see. KB2 UKA clearing out.
Don't eat too much.
7-3, Doug. Have a good day. And we got some leftovers, so that's what we're going to have.
73, Andy. Thanks for hanging around.
When we get into these tippy fights up here, always play that back, and that would have done it. That would have scared them off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the template audio file for RaG. All right, 7-3, Doug. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the family, and God bless. And then for QNT.
All right, and I just saw that guy in the pass band. Maybe you need to go 8K wide. All right, 73.
Later on, either this morning yet, or this afternoon, or this evening. Probably not this evening. Everybody will be on the Chester. So BA3 KBC 7-3.
Have a great day.